Indebted Kindness is a new type of weapon added to Destiny 2 in Season of the Wish. This one is a rocket-assisted sidearm and it combines the convenient size of a sidearm and the absolute power of a rocket launcher. Well, today we're going to check out the stats, the perks, the god rolls, plus also check out how to get Indebted Kindness in Destiny 2. Okay, first of all, let's have a look at how to get this weapon. So the Indebted Kindness can be acquired through the Warlord's Ruin dungeon. You can find that on the EDZ. This weapon can drop from any encounter in the Warlord's Ruin dungeon, so beating any of the bosses will give you a chance for the weapon to drop. Warlord's Ruin is also farmable this season. That means it doesn't matter how many times you complete the dungeon, it's still going to offer you new loot when you beat the bosses. You know, a good way to farm this dungeon is through the first encounter. That's Rathil. It's pretty easy. It's also quite quick to beat him, and you'll be able to stock up on Warlord's Ruin loot in no time at all, and that includes the Indebted Kindness. Okay, next up, let's have a look at the weapon in a little bit more detail. So Indebted Kindness is a legendary energy sidearm with a rocket-assisted frame, meaning the sidearm fires self-propelled rocket ammunition. Projectiles explode on impact for high damage. Looking at the stats, we've got a blast radius of 35, 25 for range, 56 for velocity, 48 for stability, 45 for handling, 28 for reload speed, 11 for airborne effectiveness. It's a 100 rounds per minute sidearm with 9 in the magazine. Well, this one has the origin trait Sundering. That means destroying vehicles and constructs grants the weapon bonus reload speed and charge rate. So constructs include barricades, turrets, stasis crystals, and other objects created in the field. Well, next up, let's have a look at the God Roll guide for Indebted Kindness. So for PvE, quick launch, high velocity rounds, impulse amplifier, and volt shot would be good, and you want a velocity masterwork. That is always good with rocket launchers, and now, of course, the rocket-assisted sidearms. So quick launch greatly increases handling speed and increases projectile speed. High velocity rounds increases projectile speed and increases reload speed. Impulse amplifier massively increases projectile velocity and increases the reload speed as well. Then finally we've got volt shot. So reloading the weapon after defeating a target overcharges the weapon for a short period of time, causing it to jolt on its next hit. Basically, velocity is the key here, so quick launch, high velocity rounds, impulse amplifier, and the velocity masterwork all help with velocity, so that's going to help get your rockets or your ammunition onto your targets as quickly as possible. For PvP, quick launch, high velocity rounds, impulse amplifier, and Adagio would be good, again with a velocity masterwork. So we've been over all the others. Let's have a look at Adagio. So after defeating a target, the weapon fires, charges, or draws more slowly and deals increased damage for a brief time. I think all in all, this is probably more of a PvE weapon than a PvP weapon, although I would imagine someone is going to prove me wrong and go on like a 20 kill streak in Crucible or something like that, but for me personally, this works much better in PvE content. Well, let me know in the comments what you think about the Indebted Kindness. So this is the first new archetype of weapon that's been added to Destiny 2 in a long time, and I would really love to hear what you think about it. Well, that is it for this guide for how to get Indebted Kindness in Destiny 2, and as always, thank you so much for watching or for listening. Well, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, and also if you could hit that like button as well, it would help me out here on the channel, so I would definitely appreciate it. Well, thanks again, and I will see you very soon.